Welcome to the Sarah Scoop Show. It's time to get the scoop with Sarah. Welcome back to another episode of the Sarah Scoop Show. Today, my guest is Clay Harbor, who you may recognize from the Bachelor franchise. Thank you so much, Clay, for being a guest today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm happy to take some time out and talk to you.
Yeah, of course. So first of all, let's go back to your Bachelor journey and how it all got started. Love to hear what inspired you to go on the show in the first place.
Thinking back to when I actually decided to go on the Bachelorette, it seems like it was such a long time ago, but I guess it was only a couple of years. So I felt like my NFL career was coming to an end. I played 8 years in the NFL. I felt like it might be a good opportunity to find my person and to maybe it'll lead to something I've always liked is being like a commentator or something like that for sports. I watched a little bit of Jordan Rodgers. I know he's a commentator, and I thought, hey, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll find my wife, get married, and then maybe I can help me become a commentator or something like that. So that's really why I decided to go on in the first place.
And so on the show, you actually had a wrist injury happen. So how did that happen? Was it something like you did want to leave or you didn't want to leave because of that?
Didn't want to leave. At first, I didn't want to leave, but then I found out how serious it really was. So I thought I had a year or two left in the NFL at that point. So it was came down to the decision. Do I stay and then do I risk, I'm not ready if I get a chance to play again at football, or do I leave and get this operation and be ready for football? But I missed the opportunity to, maybe find, my life partner. At that point, I was really starting to have strong feelings for Becca. I'm like, this thing can really work for you. And it was a tough decision. And I went with my career because, I take care of a lot of people in my life. And I thought that it'd be selfish of me to stay.
Right. So then what made you decide to go on to Bachelor in Paradise?
So after the Bachelorette, I go and I have to get surgery. I have to get 2 wrist surgeries. I start getting calls from teams. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Like, I should be ready by then, but there's nothing concrete. Then I get asked 2 years ago to go on Bachelor in Paradise right after my show. I agree. They come and they film my home intro package and everything, and I'm all ready to go. 2 days before my plane leaves to go to Paradise, I get a call from the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. They want me to come out and try out for the team. I call my trainer and my physical therapist and go, hey, if I go to Paradise, do you think I'll be healthy enough to play, to do these tryouts and to make this team? They said no. So I ended up canceling 2 days before I was supposed to be on Paradise 2 years ago, and I couldn't go on. And then I went to my tryouts, and I ended up tearing my groin in the middle of my tryout with the Bills, and that kind of ended my career there. Yeah, it was pretty bad luck. And then I was dating Angela, a Bachelor Nation alum herself. We met completely off camera. We met just through mutual friends, dated completely off camera, and I had broken up probably 3-4 months before they asked me if I would go on. It's whatever. I'll try Paradise, and that's kind of what brought me on. I was single. Football was kind of over, and I had some time.
Yeah, so that's great. You just were open for the opportunity. So for people that watched you on the show and in the NFL and they're like, oh, maybe I want to do something like that, what kind of advice would you give to Bachelor hopefuls that want to be on the show themselves?
I think the Bachelor can do a lot of things, a lot of good things for you. If you're looking to get into any entertainment or something like that, a lot of people go on to, pursue other things. I guess it could do good things for you. For me, I was set in my career. It was, just, basically, a chance for love and whatever. But I would always say be careful because you're not in charge of the narrative. They can really make anything look like whatever they want. They can change the story, the narrative, and change it. And you're just giving someone a lot of power with the way you're perceived by people. A lot of times it's good, but there's times where, it's bad for people. But I just say to make sure that you're careful with your decision there and make sure that you've thought it through.
So you've gone from the NFL to being on The Bachelor to working in a health business, or that you're focused on with health and fitness. So I'd love to kind of dive into what you're up to now.
Health and wellness has always been one of my big things for me. It's been a hobby. It's a lifestyle. I just love health and wellness. And going back to me when I got to college, they had a chance to play in the NFL, but I was going to need to gain a lot of weight. Told me I have to gain 50 pounds, if you want to play this position. So I ended up gaining 60 pounds in college. You do it the right way through supplements, through, eating right, supplementation. And that's when I started. I'm using Optimum Nutrition products like the gold standard whey protein, which is their most common, one of the most popular supplements in the country. The Optimum 100%, whey protein, the gold standard protein. That really, really helps to gain weight, but good weight, to things like that. And for me, training and health and wellness has been such a big part of my life. I'm never sick. If you're healthy, your metabolism, it helps everything. It helps your immune system. Right now, best medicine is a good immune system. It's one of the reasons I work out so much too, and I just like to help people. Whether it's my family or friends, they always ask me for tips and pointers for a workout. I'll tell them my workout split. What do I eat? All right, here's something good to eat, just individual research. And then obviously the supplementation, what kind of supplements to use. I tell them about why I love Optimum Nutrition so much, why I use their creatine, I use their collagen, their ready to drink, their whey protein. If you're busy, you don't have time to make a protein shake, they have ready to drink 100% whey protein. Just a lot of good things that I know that a lot of people don't, because they haven't experienced as much of it as me, and I just like to help give back a little bit.
And how do you encourage people to get started on their health journey? Because a lot of people they might try for a few days and then they just kind of get discouraged and fall off.
In any journey, the most important part is taking the first step. Once you get started and you just focus on the next day, you don't look and try to look 6 months down the road. You just say, hey, I just gotta do this tomorrow. After you do it tomorrow, be like, all right, I gotta do it tomorrow. You say it again, and after you just keep taking those small steps, and it becomes a habit. In about 2-3 weeks, you start to feel better. You start to aesthetically, you start to look better. There's so many good things that if people have issues, I say, are you stressed out? Exercise, a regular workout regimen relieves stress. Anxiety. If you have anxiety, it relieves anxiety. All kinds of health issues. If you're low on energy, sexual health, your body, aesthetically, everything, it helps in so many different ways. And if somebody told you get all these benefits with no side effects and it's in a pill, everybody's going to take that pill. It takes a little bit more of a commitment, but there's just so many good things that I try to explain all the benefits that people get from it. And once they really know what they can get out of it, then it's easier for them to stick to it.
And so right now in the world we're living in, but something people can do even after things kind of go back to normal, with the COVID right now, a lot of people are doing at-home workouts. So what kind of workouts do you recommend, or what have you been doing that's working for at-home working out?
Yeah, no, at-home workouts are huge. And I think the fitness community has really done a good job. They've done a great job in posting a lot of these home workouts. My favorite home workouts is I like to have bands. If you get just a set of bands, you can do anything you can do in a weight room. There's so many different things. I post some workouts, like on my Instagram page, to where you can do body weight squats, body weight jumps. You can do push-ups. You can do clap push-ups. You can do shoulder press. You can just do so many good things. Body weight, your core, planks. So many different exercises that you can pretty much get the same benefits you can in the gym if you really work at it.
And then something else that we had read about you is that you're involved in the Michelob Ultra movement, the live events. And so I just want to know, why do you feel that's important to participate in that effort?
The reason I really love the Michelob Ultra live events is because it's a chance to give back to a lot of the fitness studios and fitness places that have really been hit hard by COVID. They've had to shut down, and these are people that are, they bring communities together. They're a big health and wellness place for these communities, and And for me, I really appreciate what they do. And I got to work with Shred 415, and they did such a good job in the movement, but also just like when it's business as usual. They do a good job of bringing people together. The movement by Michelob Ultra Live is just such a good event because you get donations, you get to give back to these fitness studios that are struggling right now. And for me, that was huge. And I love how Optimum partnered with Michelob, and they both matched all the donations of everyone that donated. It's another reason why I love Optimum. Not only are they the best supplements around, they care about the fitness and they care about the health and wellness industry. And not only do they have the best, supplements in the business, they also care a lot and do a lot to give back, to the fitness industry.
And when it comes to someone new using the Optimum nutrition supplements or the protein or whatever it is that they choose to do, should they go about finding what's best for them?
Okay, so if you're new to working out in fitness and supplementation, there's a few things that I think are absolutely necessary. First is Optimum's most famous product, which is the gold standard 100% whey protein. It's very recognizable. I've used that for years. And right after a workout, you take protein. Doesn't matter what your goals are. If you're losing weight, you're gaining weight, you need that protein to replenish, to recover, to go to all the right places in your body. But secondly, you need creatine. It's great for recovery. It's one of the most studied supplements in the world. Creatine. It's been studied so much, and there's so many benefits. There's no negative side effects of creatine. I always tell my friends when they ask me about creatine, I go, that you're actually missing out if you don't take creatine. All ages, I don't care what your goal is, you should be taking creatine once a day, 5 grams after a workout. Then I also like the collagen. I like the gold standard pre-workout. The pre-workout is great even if you're in the middle of a work day and you're dragging a little bit. Take some pre-workout. It's just caffeine, B vitamins, all naturally sourced. That's what Optimum does. And my last product that I use is the Amino Energy. The ready to drink Amino Energy is unbelievable. Like same thing with the pre-workout. It's 100 grams of naturally sourced caffeine. So it's you get that caffeine boost, but you'll get some vitamins and some B vitamins there to add to the energy. It's also good for before a workout. Give you that extra boost to get through a hard, long workout.
Perfect. Thank you for all of those ideas and suggestions for people that are wanting to get started on their health journeys. So Clay, what is next for you? Will we be seeing you back on The Bachelor in Paradise or in fitness? Like, what's next in your life?
No, that's a good question. I do not foresee myself. I'm not gonna shut the door completely, but I do not see myself going back on reality dating television. So for me, I've had a couple interviews for I might take a position as a gym teacher and a football coach out in Denver at a local high school out there. My brother lives out there. I got family out there, so I can still be involved in health and wellness and teach that to students in high school and also coach football. That might be what's next on the docket for me.
Awesome. Well, for people that want to follow along, what is the best way for them to keep up with what's going on with you?
Yeah, you can follow my Instagram page. I post daily a lot of workout stuff. If you're interested in health and wellness, local things that I'm passionate about in Chicago, if there's any charities or whatnot, that's typically what I use my page for. And just my name, Clay Harbor. Type in it if you're interested in seeing more. Also post all my favorite recommendations for my Optimum nutrition supplementation.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Clay. We appreciate you taking the time.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching The Sarah Scoop Show. Head to sarahscoop.com for more.